what are your opinions about this conference?
Yeah, it was a very, very good conference. It was arranged by Turkish Women's Association. It was very good and very necessary because today what we need is dialogue of Islam and other civilizations. Of course, China is very important, both because China is a very great civilization and traditionally it has had a very, very good relations with Islam. And secondly, there are many Muslims living here. They want a viable life and to find a way how, let's say, so altogether I think this is very, very essential. It was held in 2 days and very good papers were presented on different aspects, both historically, culturally, politically, let's say from ethnically and from every point, good papers were presented, and especially there were very good discussions there. You see, after 2 or 3 sessions, there was about more than sometimes 1 hour discussion, and since the let's say participants and attendees were scholars, sometimes the discussion was very hot and very good, and I think good ways were found. And if the papers are published, I think that would be a very good contribution, and I hope that this will be continued in the future, so that that will be good also for in other aspects.
Thank you.
Professor, what can be the next step for you? What can be the next step after this? What do you think?
See, I think what is important for now for Muslims is to introduce true Islam. Of course, Islam is old, about 4 centuries old. Our forefathers were Muslims, they lived Islam. We have had our very, very great scholars. But we are living in a new age, which is, things have changed a lot. We should introduce Islam as it is. Islam is something needed today. It doesn't mean that we should make all people Muslims. That's impossible. It's as if you want to make all languages one language, because this world, only God is one. You have no 2 gods. But the world is multiplicity, you see. This world is a world of multiplicity, so you have many, many languages, all right? Many colors, many types, see? And this is the beauty of being, this multiplicity. And there is multiplicity of religion, but we have a vertical Islam, al-Islam. It is ad-din inda Allah, not with us. Din inda Allah, it was brought by Prophet. This is din inda Allah, is different from inda nas. So our forefathers have their beliefs were great, but great men have great errors. They are very great. If a man is very great, he can always make great mistakes. And our forefathers done a lot, and they have done great errors. We should not repeat their errors. For example, takfir. There is no takfir in Islam. See? Prophet invited people day and night to make one person say La ilaha illallah. You see? And God blames him. Why are you doing so much effort, you see? Because he was desirous of making one person say only La ilaha illallah. But now they're doing takfir. What does this mean? Now, Islam has a message for if it is understood properly, has a message for this world. One of the messages of Islam for the modern world is religious pluralism. Not in the modern sense. This secular, what is taught by some people is not true pluralism. You see, it's not true pluralism. True pluralism is as it is taught in the Holy Quran, which accepts the reality of all religions. It calls itself Musaddiq, the verifier. And it wants all religions to practice to eğame, the word eğame, establish the religion. For example, I can recite many verses from the Quran to you. وَلَوْ أَنَّ أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ أَقَامُوا التَّوْرَاةَ وَالْإِنْجِيلَ. If the people of the book established Torah, established Injil. You see, eğame is very difficult. Saying the prayer is not eğamatus salat. I can pray like that. But eğame, it's with all conditions. Ya ahlal kitab, lastum ala shay'in hatta tughimu at-Torah wal-Injil. You are nothing except you establish Torah. So establishing Torah is establishing revelation. They are saved. Islam does not expect every person to become Muslim. That's impossible. You cannot make all Chinese Muslims. But he expects them to establish. Establishing. You see, Islam has two meanings in the Quran. One is horizontal Islam. One is vertical Islam. Vertical Islam is transhistorical. Abraham was a Muslim. ما كان إبراهيم يهوديا ولا نصرانيا بل كان حنيفا مسلما. He lived before Prophet. اتبع ملة إبراهيم حنيفا. O Prophet, follow Abraham. See? So Abraham was on the right path. Prophets were right path. We should believe in all prophets. And there is the possibility of prophets not mentioned in the Quran. Ulaika, there is a verse in the Quran, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ قَصَصْنَا عَلَيْكَ. The stories of some prophets we have told you. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ لَمْ نَخْصُصْ عَلَيْكَ. There are prophets which we have not told you. So there is the possibility of prophets not being mentioned in the Quran. وَمَا كَانَ, that is, the verse runs like this. وَمَا كَانَ لِرَسُولٍ أَنْ يَأْتِيَ بِآيَةٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. First, there are messengers other than those mentioned in the Quran. There are other messengers. And no messengers brings a single ayah except إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ, except with the permission of God. So he expects them to follow the religion truly. Eğame. And he asks us to make eğame, Islam and Quran. Do we make eğame? No, we do not make eğame. You see? If he asks other religions to establish the religion, he orders Prophet, وَأَغِمِ الدِّينِ. You see? وَأَغِيمُ الدِّينَ لِلَّهِ. This is for us. Establish religion for God. But are we establishing religion? No. So there is a problem of plurality of religion. Accepts plurality. Belief in all prophets is obligatory. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل من آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه والرسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. There is no difference. So belief in all prophets is a very, see, that's why in Islam all religions live together very peacefully, very peacefully. Of course, we are talking academically, there were takfir and things like that, but actually people lived very peacefully. Look in the Ottoman Empire, Christians were look in Iran, they lived very peacefully, they had rights, see. They have to pay jizya because you did not conscript, you did not take soldiers from them and you had to defend them, and you paid some money in order because you put your life, your capital, your life, and so you got a jizya, you see. So, but they lived even they didn't have to defend, you defended them, see. You fought for them, you defended them very peacefully. And you can find no civilization except Islam that is so tolerant to other religions. But unfortunately, nowadays, things have changed because our scholars, religious scholars, are not aware of many things, what is happening, what is being done to Islam. And things have very changed. You see that killing each other and making takfir and things like that. Yeah.
So your
Inshallah, it will
contribution,
return back to its
your
origin.
contribution is really priceless.
Thank you very
Definitely.
much. There are many, for example, Ghunyavi. Ghunyavi is a very great man. He should be, we should introduce, I mean, they were living in Mongol period, that relations with, I mean, the rulers were Mongols. For example, you have Moinuddin Parvaneh. Very, very interesting figure. I like Moinuddin Parvaneh. He was killed by Mongols, of course. Moinuddin Parvaneh lived with Ghunyavi, lived with Iraqi, lived with Sadruddin Ghunyavi, with Rumi, was friend with all of them. Friend with all of them. So you have many, many interesting, great figures, I mean, historians.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Professor. We
Thank you
took
very
your
much.
Thank you very
time.
much.
Thank you.
Greek and
Thank you.
everything.